On September 28, 1944, one of the largest air battles of the Second World War took place over Europe. The target for the U.S. 3rd Air Division was the oil refineries at Merseburg, Germany, one of the most heavily defended industrial areas in the Reich. From Knettishall airfield in England, the 388th Bomb Group launched 33 B-17 Flying Fortresses along with 3 Pathfinder aircraft. Among them was B-17G Ravel's Revenge, serial number 42-97002-119, assigned to the 563rd Bomb Squadron. The crew of Ravel's Revenge on that day consisted of pilot 2nd LT, Victor R. Olson co-pilot 1st LT, Francis L. Miller navigator 1st LT, John R. Kern Jr., bombardier 1st LT, Benjamin Spevak, engineer and top turret gunner T/SGT, Wilmer L. Breckenridge, radio operator T/SGT, Theodore H. Wilk Jr., ball turret gunner S/SGT, Charles E. Patterson, waist gunner S/SGT, Casimir Patch, and tail gunner S/SGT, John Wayne. Takeoff occurred between 07:00 and 07:50 hours, with several aircraft forced to abort due to mechanical issues. Despite this, Ravel's Revenge continued toward the target. In total, more than 1,000 bombers and 700 fighters of the 8th Air Force filled the skies over Germany that day. At approximately 11:58 hours, the formation released its bombs over Merseburg. Moments later, Ravel's Revenge was struck by a direct burst of heavy flak between the No. 1 and No. 2 engines. According to Air Crew Report No. 9378, the aircraft was last seen spinning down near the target area. No parachutes were observed, and no initial information about survivors was reported. However, on the ground, eyewitnesses saw what really happened. A local German boy, Rudolf Gunther, later recalled the event. At about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, he said, "We suddenly heard a loud roar of engines, far too strong for a single fighter. A B-17 appeared low on the horizon, flying westward. Everyone knew it wouldn't make it much farther. Near the small town of Scharfstedt, about 4 kilometers west of our village, the bomber turned north. Just before the crash landing, it clipped the tops of 4 plum trees and struck the railway mound, bending the tracks badly. It was an awful sight, yet the bomber didn't catch fire. It lay there, this giant of the air, motionless on the ground. The bomber carried 13 heavy machine guns and had endured severe combat damage. The nose section was completely destroyed, and 1 crew member lay dead. The others, miraculously, had survived the crash." Gunther later added, "The crew was lucky that the aircraft didn't explode upon hitting the railway mound. That day made us realize the immense power of the American Air Forces and what more destruction was still to come." Ravel's Revenge had crash landed near Scharfstedt, roughly 15 kilometers west of Merseburg. 8 of the 9 crew members survived the crash and were taken prisoner by German forces. The pilot, 2nd LT Victor R. Olson, was killed when flak struck the aircraft. It was his crew's first mission together, and their last. The 388th Bomb Group lost 6 B-17s that day alone in the fierce air battles over Merseburg. The story of Ravel's Revenge stands as a powerful reminder of the courage, sacrifice, and danger faced by the young men of the 8th Air Force, who flew day after day into the heart of enemy territory, often never to return.